Hey guys, Mirrorbeat Music here, and today, obviously, this wasn't the video it's supposed to be planned for today, but I recently experienced a death in my family, so that my family has been going through a lot right now. Lots putting a dent in the schedule, and so there's, so this is just gonna be a little short video. Obviously, I need to pad out the runtime, so I'm going to tell you guys just a little story of time in my life. Um, so, yeah. So, I want to tell you guys the story of why I decided to do this channel. So, I've always been fascinated with the charts and pop music and music integration. Um, Some of my earliest YouTube memories outside of all the Mario content I was watching was this guy named Todd in the Shadows who would review pop music at the time. And you know, I never really thought anything about it. I enjoyed his content. But it wasn't until like 2013 or 14 when I discovered Spectrum Pulse and more importantly, the Double Agent. Um, those two made captivating content that just blew my mind more so than Todd. Todd was definitely the first one, but Todd, I don't know. I really can't get into Spectrum Pulse so much either. I definitely like Todd as I have gotten older more than Spectrum Pulse, but at that point, Ethan from the Double Agent and Mark from Spectrum Pulse really had me engaged at that young age. But so I watched them um, for a while until 2018 when Ethan left the platform. The Double Agent left YouTube, and that really hurt, which is kind of weird. Like I felt, obviously he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't give two shits about one of his subscribers. But I don't know. It was just weird. I was like, I felt like a connection to him in some weird way. Like and I watch his content like every day. Like I back in that day, I could probably tell you every video line for line. Even did the collab Spectrum Pulse and Double Agent, but I was watching both of them before that collab came out. But you know, Ethan left the platform, and for a few months, I stopped caring about all reviews. That's around the time that SML got really popular. And that was always something that I watched since a young age. I started watching more of that until one day when I was in my study hall, eighth grade year, early eighth grade, I think January, when I saw something I recommended called 2019 Alameo or something like that. I was like, who the hell is this? So I click on the video and I heard Ethan's sexy voice. Like, it's him, he's back. And I started crying. It's like, nah, it's just a one time thing. And also, by the way, I tweeted him. I tweeted him like a month before, being like, "Hey, if you're not gonna make now that you're off YouTube, now that you're not gonna make worst lists or best lists anymore." I'm actually pretty sure it was 2018. I don't know what the name of that video, but I was like, "You should at least make a Twitter post of your top 10 best and worst." And he ended up making a video, best and worst, which is kind of cool. Um, but ever since then, I kind of left Spectrum Pulse. Other than the year-end lists, which I still watch quite a bit, um, and Ethan and I still keep up with a lot. And around freshman year, when I was down in Florida, which was last year, I got really into Todd in the Shadows. I don't know what it was. I got really into his content. starting with his Yummy video, which is not really early that year, in early 2020, back when we were in quarantine. I live in Florida half the year, or 3 months of the year. This year I'm actually not gonna be there that long. I'm gonna be down there for like a month and a half. Um, I used to be there from January until April every year, but then school started and stuff. But yeah, um, I'm going down for like a month and a half. We're just gonna chill, do school, and obviously I talked about that in a past video, but and so um, the yeah, I got really into Todd's videos, and then obviously Ethan returned this year, and actually is making videos now. So I've been watching him, and so when I look at the YouTube content I enjoy the most, it's them, and that's why I wanted to start making this type of content. So obviously this wasn't part of the plan for this month at all. So basically now we have decided as a channel community that I am going to skip the 2 Shrek videos this month and instead put up the best list next week or the week after, and then do a video where I go through my music that is on Spotify, and I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to review it. That's going to be the video that releases next week. Or the week after, I'm gonna say. I think I'm going to release the best list next week, so I'm home and not rushing to get that video out. Because obviously next in about 2 weeks, so not next Tuesday. Alright, so not this upcoming Tuesday, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, I will be starting a car trip down to Florida. So those 2 videos will be edited this week and put out. Obviously, I'll release them when they're released, and then this coming week, I will be working on the first video for Florida Music Series. That's actually gonna be a really cool video. I really said that. Maybe asking why. I was like, well, music obviously is a big part of my life, and specifically the music I had or listened to when I was down in Florida as a young child and growing up really means a lot to me. I don't know, a lot of it makes me think of better times. Obviously, when we were in a pandemic, but also, I wasn't fucking 6'2", 300 fucking pounds, slow as a fucking bulldozer, like stinky as shit. Back when I was the little cute blonde kid with straight short hair. I miss those days. Back when my grandmother and my great grandfather were still alive. Yeah. So anyway, sorry for that. Anyway, um, also if you haven't noticed, I've been picking up recommendations that you gave me in the video department. Um, so for the person who pointed that out, thank you. Well, that's all I have to say for that. So stay tuned for the best list, the music review, and the Florida music series. I've been Mayor B Music, and see you later.